I'm going to start from the top. What happened to her is just a job hazard. Just like a medical doctor will have a job hazard, just like a nurse will have a job hazard. So every job has their hazard. And so for the fact that she was rushed to the hospital, it's simply a job hazard there. You see what Annie Knight just did? Is one of the reasons why women are being objectified. Someone out here is going to say, it's her body. She has the rights. It's her body. Oh, wow. Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Of course, it's her body. So is a suicide bomber's body. Yeah. Hello. Welcome to PJ Talks here on Linda Space Media. And my name is, of course, Linda Space. Why are we here today? We are here because of Miss Annie Knight. Who is she? Does she ring a bell? Well, recently she is ringing bells. What am I talking about? So Annie Knight recently came under a lot of criticisms, lot of I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say she's recently come under attack, but people have been criticizing the whole thing nonstop. What does she do? Okay, background info. She is an OnlyFans star. She is also an adult movie star. So she's an adult movie star, you know what I mean? And she's an OnlyFans model. So she has this OnlyFans page, and she also transcends into being an adult star. Like, OnlyFans is virtual, but adult star is kind of physical. So before we go on, I want you all to do something for me. Subscribe, share, like, and then when we eventually get to the end of this movie, you can place a comment. By then, you must have heard everything I've got to say. Okay, I'm going to read it just as it is. Annie Knight has been admitted to hospital after a challenge during which she slept with 583 men in a single day. The 27-year-old OnlyFans star, dubbed Australia's most sexual active woman, shared a video from her hospital bed after rushing to be treated for cramps and excessive bleeding, just days after taking part in the filmed orgy. Knight says that the issue stems from her pre-existing endometriosis, which she says has been triggered by stress. Okay, so what this means is that she has a pre-existing medical condition called endometriosis. What this simply means, for people who do not know, in the layman's terms, you just have cramps, and which ends up in bleeding. It's not like your monthly bleeding as to your menstruation. No, this is stemming from the fact that you have endometriosis. And so what this is saying is that the endometriosis was triggered or stressed by her challenge of sleeping with 583 men in 12 hours. Less than 12 hours. So, endometriosis occurs when cells in the lining of the uterus are found elsewhere in the body. Each month, these cells react in the same way as those in the uterus, building up breaking down and bleeding. Yet the blood has no way to escape the body. Symptoms include pain, heavy periods, and fatigue, as well as a higher risk of infertility and bowel and bladder problems. Its cause is unknown but may be genetic, related to problems with the immune systems, or exposure to chemicals. So just giving us a background check of what endometriosis is. I'm going to read somewhere else where this time around from Yahoo News. Yahoo News is saying Annie Knight hit her goal of sleeping with 583 men, but admitted that she was hospitalized due to injuries she received as a result of the sexual encounters. I felt great. I felt empowered. I felt happy, the adult content creator said, despite being hospitalized after bleeding a lot, while also breaking down how she achieved her goal and how her fiancé reacted. In an interview with the US Weekly on Tuesday, the Australian adult content creator said, I am not doing very well. I have been bleeding a lot since the challenge. It was definitely a bit raw down there, and I did get a small cut. Doing 583 a day is quite a lot, so I was a little bit worried that I was going to really struggle with it, because the most I have done before that was 24 in a day, she said. Knight said that 2,000 men applied to participate. Her goal was for 200 people to show up, and she was absolutely stoked when over 500 men arrived. I decided to book out a venue and basically open a registration, and anyone who registers gets invited. I got about 2,000 registrations, sent them all the address, and gave them a time slot, she said. Knight revealed that the men were required to wear protection. A lot of them wore pink black vests, which was shown in footage shared on her Instagram. She also shared that her fluffer didn't arrive, and each man got 30 seconds to a minute each, but it kind of varied per group. Sometimes we had a group of 10, and 8 of them were really struggling to get up. So then I would let the guys who were already to go have longer while they were still getting ready, and that kind of worked well, she said. And then I had groups where everyone was ready to go, so it was like, right, everyone getting 30 seconds, because we can't be wasting time here. She said the groups came in hour-long time slots, and then she'll have a 15-minute break. It was just super quick from there. Honestly, I blinked and it was over, she said. As for how she was feeling during the challenge, Knight told news.com.au, it was the 4th hour that I realized my arms were really sore, and so was my back and my abs. I think that was the shocking thing for me. I thought my legs would be sore, but they weren't. She also told the outlet that she reached out to British OnlyFans star Bonnie Blue, who claimed to have slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours for advice ahead of the challenge. While speaking with news.com.au, Knight shared how she was feeling the day after the challenge, which reportedly took place over the weekend. I felt great. I felt empowered. I felt happy, she said. People seem to get so uptight about it. At the end of the day, these men just want to have sex. God forbid a man has sex, and I'm providing a service for free, she said. It only upsets me when I see people coming after the guys and being so mean about the guys that showed up, because I felt quite protective of them. And so when I see all these negative comments towards them, it really upsets me. Her goal for the year was to sleep with 1,000 men this year. It was like 400 something, and I got 583 people. I feel like I would have made my goal already, she said. Okay, now, this lady has come under serious attack, criticisms, and even the men that participated has come under attacks and criticisms. And so 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people have already done the criticisms. So I'm not here to criticize. And my Bible in Matthew chapter 7 verse 1 said that, do not judge so that you will not be judged. So I'm not even here to judge. So I'm not criticizing. I'm not judging. So what am I doing? You may want to know. I am analyzing. Yeah, I am analyzing. So let's take it one after the other. If you read that article very well, somewhere there, and it's actually happened, right? But the article I was reading, if you read it somewhere there, it says she has a fiance. They actually got engaged a month ago, 6 weeks ago, let me just put it that way. And so it begs to wonder. I'm gonna start from the top. What happened to her is just a job hazard. Just like a medical doctor will have a job hazard, just like a nurse will have a job hazard, just like I would have a job hazard. I'm a marketing professional, right? Every job, an engineer, a builder would definitely have a job hazard. So every job has their hazard. And so for the fact that she was rushed to the hospital, it's simply a job hazard there. So that was what happened to her. She had a job hazard. The cuts she had, the sore hands, the sore back, the sore abs, those were all job hazards. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's not a job hazard. And I hope you do not think it's not a job hazard. But let me know in the comment section what you think it is. Let me continue. So one, I'm going to rule whatever happened to her as a job hazard. And so that's what it is. That is what it is, a job hazard. Then let me continue what I'm saying before I talked about the job hazard. I was talking about the fact that she has a fiance, a man who had proposed to her 6 weeks prior this whole thing. And so I want to assume that the man knows what she does for a living. So I'm going to be analyzing this. The men that I know, or most men that I know, or in fact, all men that I know, has this animalistic tendency of being territorial. So I beg to wonder why this man is not territorial. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, even if you have had that life before, they do not mind. So far as when they are with you, you're not having that life. So does it mean that the man is a simp? Does it mean that this man in Annie's life has low self-esteem? Because make it make sense. Make it make sense. Why you would allow your fiance that you have engaged participate in sleeping with 583 men or 87 men in post your engagement to marry her. Make it make sense. So this is just me analyzing and wondering what's going on there, because I truly do not understand it one bit. I don't understand it. And if you do understand it, let me know in the comment section, because I want to read and understand it, because that's why we're all here. Yeah, that's why we're all here. So back to what I was saying. It could be that this man is a simp, has low self-esteem, or they're in an open relationship, right? Because that will be the only case where a man will truly be happy with you, in a relationship with you, propose to you, about to marry you, and you end up taking up this challenge of sleeping with 587 men. Like, doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, right? So is it that this girl is the best thing that has happened to his life? This girl is like the best thing that has ever happened to him, that he can literally let it slide like that. He's proud of the fact that she is in his life. And so probably the girl is even the only person bringing in the finance to the relationship. It's also the same thing, because most men would tend to keep short. If you are the one earning all the money, you're the one taking care of everything. Like, why would you even have mouth to talk to me? Like, hello, I pay your bills, the food you're eating, I provide for it. The phone you have, I provide for it. So the man is literally shh. Because I do not understand why, even if it's a man that has this feminine tendency that is the same, but right? Okay, now you see what Annie Knight just did is one of the reasons why women are being objectified. I do not like it when women are being objectified or sexualized. Because imagine one of those 587 men, right? God damn it. Did you hear what I just read? I'm going to come back to this objectification of women. I mean, enhancing or amplifying female or women objectification later. But let me go back to what I read. It just occurred to me that I need to, like, I read it, I did not like explain it, right? Let me explain it again. So when she was talking about how the thing happened, how she was able to sleep with 587 men, she said that they came in badges. Well, she gave them a time slot. Between this and this, between this and this, he gave them 2,000 people registered, right? And so he gave them his time slot, right? And so they were coming in batches, groups of 10, group of 20s. And so in a group where some men were not rising, you know, you need to rise. So the people who were rising, we are doing their own time, and the time of those who weren't able to be risen. That makes sense. Who weren't able to rise, right? So they were doing their own time and doing extra time for those that weren't able to rise. And in a group where everybody rose, it was quick, because hey, everybody is risen. Everybody here is awake, is alive. And so you cannot use your time because they are also ready. So the way you're ready, that's the way they're also ready. So you just have to do yours and move. So I wanted to point that out, and having pointed that out, let me come back to what I was saying. So imagine those men. Now I'm sure you've seen Annie. Look at her, beautiful girl. She's a very beautiful girl, very, you know, good looking, everything well kept, put together. And then imagine some other young girl out there in the street of Australia who is not even as beautiful as she is or put together as she is. Right? And one of these men meets one of these girls, just a random girl, and the girl is like, no, I can't do that, I won't do that, I won't do that. The man will be like, what do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who are you? Are you more than Annie Knight? Do you know Annie Knight? Do you know what I have, like, I've had her? Do you know I've had her? Who do you think you are? Or maybe a girl will come to the office and want to ask for a job, and the boss will be like, come on, give me this thing. After all, and Night just gave it to me the other day. What she has done is only amplifying the objectification and socialization of women, young girls, young women. And so, I mean, that's the only thing I can take out of that as well. Now, someone out here is going to say, but it's her body. She has the rights. It's her body. Oh, wow. Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Of course, it's her body. So is a suicide bomber's body. Yeah. A suicide bomber is going to argue, hello, myself is my own body as well. It's not the body of a suicide bomber. It's not the body of a suicide bomber. Well, okay, I'm a terrorist. I want to myself. And so, I mean, if anybody dies around me, the person is only a casualty, just the way these men are casualties of our own escapades. And so, why is suicide a crime and this kind of acts are not crime? OnlyFans is only legal because of the fact that it's online. You only show nudity. Nobody's grabbing or touching, nobody's touching you, right? And so they're only watching a movie, watching it digitally. And so it's not a crime. But adult movie content has gone beyond digital transaction. It's now physical, it's now intimate, and this kind of things are allowed, and yet things such as bombing is not allowed. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me, because I do not understand it. It's not like, I'm struggling to wrap my hands around it. And if you are bold enough, I can engage you in a live conversation. We come here, we talk about it, and you make it make sense. I'm open to collaboration, live conversations with anybody that wants to make this make sense to me and others watching this. All right. So I think it's just a double standard situation in our society where one thing is wrong and the other is not wrong. I don't know what they're trying to do. Why they would tell a woman, oh, it's your body, you had the right to do anything with it, and then this person that is a bomber is not his or her own body, right? Right? What is good for the gander should also be good for the goose. What is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. I need to go and sleep because it's time for me to go sleep. All right. Thanks for watching PJ Talks here on Linda's Face Media with Linda herself, where I get to analyze events, analyze issues, talk about events, giving my heartfelt analysis. And of course, when I'm out there on the streets, I'm going to share events of what's happening around me when I get to witness one terrific event. So I come your way next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let's get this channel up and going. Let me go sleep. Good night.